Look, we have the doctor on the line right now, but apparently we have a little complication, right? I don't know why we have one. Can you hear me? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take another break, and I'll be right back. We'll figure this all out.
Hi, Valerie Powell here, and...
Just checking it out from a little, well, the angle was a little different from the angle you were checking it out from. So because he was checking it out from the angle of, well, that was his baby, because he made it. And he said, wow, I knew it was funky, but I didn't know it was that funky. His name is Dr. Funkenstein. 92.3 FM WMXD. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Funkenstein.
Yo, what's up, Joe?
What's going on, Doctor?
Hey, still making that point. I hear you peeing on him out there.
Look here, man. You know, you have to play this funk because you just got back from overseas. What's happening?
We just got back from, whirlwind tour, taking the funk across the water. The Mothership is getting ready to pull out again towards the end of the year. The making of the movie, The Mothership Connections, is beginning to come in progress. And, yeah, it's good to hear you, man.
Look here, this is Dr. Funkenstein, live on the radio right now.
Yo, E to the yacht, go off the jock and the back on to see my record machines in rhythm and rhyme. What's that? Hey, man, you coming over to the studio and get some of that fresh funk?
Well, look here, what I want to do, I want to come over there and bring my tape and do a special interview with Dr. Funkenstein, George Clinton, at the studio, and I'm going to call this interview The Making of the Funk. Well, look, let me ask you this. I understand that a lot of people have been saying for quite some time that they should re-release all of the old Parliament Funkadelic stuff, and they should just put everything on a CD because it's so hard to get. People can't get it. You've been working hard to get that done.
Well, most of it has been re-released on CD already. I'm getting ready to release myself, One Nation and Knee Deep, Hardcore Jollies and Electric Spanking. And then, of course, Paulette and Bride, Bootsy. All of it is coming out very soon. All the Parliament stuff is out again. All the Funkadelic old things are out. So, yes, it's all coming out again.
Dr. Funkenstein, how do you feel when you turn on the radio? Almost every rap record that you hear, they have to have a copy of the funk under the background just to make it funky. When you
man, I told you the funk will stand a 3, but I lied, man. It'll stand 100. Because, they putting a 90 on it. It's still working, ain't it?
Still working.
Samples, hey, they can sample. I love it when they sample the funk. But I want to tell everybody, I got a bag for it. I got more than a nickel sack here.
This is Dr. Funkenstein live on the radio. Look, you change dance music. When you go to bed at night and, you get up in the morning and you start thinking to yourself, wow, people are dancing differently because of this P that I put on this funk. How does that make you feel?
Hey, man,
can you still eat breakfast and knowing all that?
What is a booty and how will I know if I'm shaking it? What is the funk and how will I know if I'm faking it? Hey, man, I love dance music, so, hey, if I can change it to do a new thing, hey, that's all a part of it. What's happening?
Look, George, when you look back over your long career, what is the most brilliant, the pinnacle, the shining moment that made everything worthwhile?
The landing of the Mothership. You wrote on the Mothership. The landing of the Mothership is, I heard somebody say it was like one of the single greatest moments in rock and roll history. You know what I mean? And I can go for that without even stroking myself. I can believe that. The Mothership landing is that, dream come together. Everybody gets off when the Mothership lands.
Dr. Funkenstein, George Clinton, Mr. Parliament Funkadelic, the Doctor.
Word.
Look here, Doctor. When you walk out on stage, it's like you walk out there and there's a chant that's going on in the background the moment that you walk out. When you first realize that you've been seen on stage and they see you and you see them, what is that moment like?
I don't think you want me to say it on the radio, but It's comparable to, how would you say, procreation. It's you know what I'm saying? It's like making a baby, man.
Well, look here.
Yo.
Look here. Let me ask you something. When you first came, you used to be a barber. I mean, very few people know that.
Oh, yeah, I still got to do, too.
Well, look. When you first got the idea to put a band together, and you said, well, I mean, were you tired of doing hair? What brought on this moment? Because the world is happy that you switched, and you can still do a do, but you can still get it done on stage.
Oh yeah, no, I still get my license, brother. I mean, if anybody need a do out there, I got music for the head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I do your do.
Well, look, let me ask you. When you said, like, I got to put a band together, I mean, how did you go from here to there?
Oh, you mean put a band together?
Yeah.
Hey, the band was already together. We just had to find something to do. We were all, the Parliament and Funkadelic, we were always hanging together. We just didn't know what it was going to take to, to cop the young ladies. So we said, oh, singing on the corner, that's what it is? That's what it's about? And we were always together. So when it came time to go make records, I came on out here to Detroit and got on the Motown thing and got me a writing job and say, yo, fellas, come on out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go pee on them.
Well, look, when you put this whole piece together on stage.
Hey, the Mothership is playing that a little louder.
Okay, when you put this whole piece together on stage, with the diapers and the sheets and you were walking out there like, I mean, what led you to that? Because there was a time when you used to walk out in a suit.
Well, I tell you, what really happened there, I mean, we was late. We was cool, you know what I'm saying? We was cool. We came from the barbershop. We made everybody else cool. So we knew what cool was like. We knew what kind of suits, tailor-made, not those, store off the rack. We had tailor-made. But when we got out here to Detroit, and I tell you the truth, when we saw the Temptations, it was about, okay, I can take a hint. They got that one uptight. Wasn't nobody going to outdo them with that, with that, and the Four Tops too, with that clean thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we say, hey, we just got to come with another thing. Oh yeah, we got everybody pregnant with the funk back there in the 60s. Now the clones are being born.
That's a classic line on this interview. As you know, that's going to be a quote if this interview ever appears in print. The impregnation and the clones.
Oh yeah, brother. I mean, like Shock G was in town not too long ago. We did some stuff on my album, and the name of their new album is Sons of the P. And I'm gonna tell you, they got the P. They got it on them too.
On the next album.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's about the clones are all out here. So I mean, all the samples. It's not just a sample. They are part of the funk. All the rappers that, like we said about Funkadelic back in the 60s, Funkadelic is a people band. Everybody's a Funkadelic. The audience is Funkadelic. That's why all these chants and everything. So it's not, it's not strange that all the groups that sampling and stuff is out here now, because that's part of what's happening.
When you hear all of these samples, sampling your own material, even excuse me, even down to the point of using your entire track to make an album and to make money, and with records that are selling in the millions. Mm-hmm. How does that affect you?
Hey man, any way, by any means necessary. The funk will prevail. So when they sampled, that was part of the calling. I mean, that wasn't something that just happened. That was supposed to happen. So, I mean, who am I? I'm glad it happened myself. You know what I'm saying? It keeps the funk alive. It's not nostalgia. It's what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear a sample of the funk, or even like you say, the whole record, hey, I'm happy. First of all, I'm getting paid. I'm going to get paid. Second of all, it keeps the funk alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And when I hear Texas like a few minutes ago, I had to get on the Mothership and say, well, let me beam in on Mojo, because you know what time it is.
You know it. Let me ask you this. Has there ever been a time when the funk was sampled and you didn't get paid?
Oh yeah, well that's part of it too. I mean, that's all of that is part of it. Some people don't make no money. Some of them don't even know the procedures to do it. But when a record happens and they start making money, I mean, we're not up to nobody, because most of the brothers that's doing it, that's the only way they can do it anyways. It's a cheap way to get it done. So if they ain't making no money, well, I ain't. I don't bother about that. If they can hit records, then they can call me. If they don't, what the heck? It's just playing the phone.
Well, what is the procedure if you want to reduce?
Same as it is like with publishing, like the writers. When you record cover a version of somebody else's song, you just call the publishing or the record company that put the record out, tell them that you want to sample it or that you have sampled it. They give you the proper papers and you just fill them out. It's best to do it before you put the record out. You can get a cheaper rate for it, because if you put somebody's record out and wait till it's a hit, then they might stick you up.
Yeah. No. That's I think that's what happened with Mays and Rob Bass. I think Joe and Payne was already galloping across the charts.
Well, the same way with me, myself, and I. That was already out and hitting. Just so happened we knew the fellas, and hey, like I said, hey, we cool with everybody's doing it, but we worked it out without raping them, But a couple of them, got to be hits, and we had to call them up and say, hey, what you gonna do? But then, as long as they respond real quick, it's cool.
Well, look here, I'm sure that this interview is going worldwide right now.
Oh yeah, hey
the
man,
procedures are going real.
This.
Yeah, they sample this interview.
Hey, I put
get it in right.
Sample some of disc, sample some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the parts that's necessary. It's called maximum isness. If being is what it's about, I is. As it is, so be it.
George, you have the reputation of being one of the smartest and a producer with a whole lot of savvy. The way that you basically had a hit at every record company. What was the philosophy behind that?
The more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody that's on stage wants to be up. I mean, everybody that works around the roadies, the lawyers, everybody wants to be part of the act. So our thing was record everybody and put somebody on every label. They can't shelf us all at one time.
There's a lot of chocolate cities.
So the more the merrier. Anybody got a record company want a record out, I got some funk for them.
George, as you know, some of the most loyal Funketeers that ever existed on the planet Earth are right here in Metro Detroit.
Oh, I know. Believe me, that's why I'm here, brother.
Say something to all those Funketeers out there. These brothers who call up every night and say, hey, man, you playing George?
Yo, hey, they know what's up. I see them on the street every day. They be blinking their headlights at night. Tell them, I said, Mojo must be on. Because, they tell me, hey, George, Mojo's keeping the funk alive, man. I say, hey, I can hear that. Because each growl is golden. I grow beholden to the bold but basic beat I've been sold on. Loads of lyrics sewn, attached to desk, to deck, mic, and patch through. I snatched 2,000 versions. I'm on a version excursion. Still I can spare a bit of time to do a rhyme without swearing. Give me the all-clear sign. I'm preparing, daring, rap and roll with soul compatibility to the laughter. At your rap senility, a line of rhyme snorted. My face is contorted. The loser says I'm lame, but he's self-supported. Yeah, it goes without saying. It's true. Anybody get funked up, it's going to be you. Because I got rhythm and you know what? Rhyme.
One nation under a groove.
Under a groove, brother.
Getting down for the George of it.
And the flag was still there.
And it's waving.
Yo, I see you in the studio this week, Mojo.
Dr. Funkenstein and Sly Stone. Sly, tell me, what's this last time we heard from you? What you been doing?
Looking for something to do.
Hey man, that'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Well, looking for a reason to want to play.
Looking for a reason to want to play and looking for something to do.
Yeah.
And
looking for a chance to have some fun like I'm having right now.
Hey man.
You know what I mean?
The sucker got drafted, man.
Yeah, I did.
We drafted him in the Uncle Jam's army, man. He couldn't have, man. He had to play that funk.
Yeah, I mean, on the kind of George Clinton, really.
No, don't blame
him. Yes, I am.
You on your way to Washington, D.C. in a T-shirt?
Yeah, to do that Martin Luther King thing. But, then the underlying meaning was about George Clinton. And the whole piece on thing. I belong in that. See?
He know we got it from him, so it's about time for us to give it back to him. So we drafted him while he was in D.C. He was marching, he thought he was in a parade, he was in the army.
He was marching.
Right,
a soldier in disguise. Huh?
That's what was happening. What kind of sergeant is that, man?
And then, okay, it's called the gunny sergeant.
Yeah, tell about it.
Hey, give me the mic.
And you got it.
Give me this mic.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay, my chops are down now. I used to be a jock. My chops are down. Okay. Right, now, I got to produce some records. I got to do what I've been gifted to do. God gave me all praise be to Allah. And let the rabbi say hello. I got to play music. You know, I just got to play music, and folks know that I'm out of line if I don't play music. So that's why I'm here.
I gotta tell you, man, that's all right, man. You can direct the mic over there. You're the man. You're the man. Look here, man. In 1969, man, I heard this stuff on the radio, and I said, man, who is that, man? I mean, that is wild. Like, I saw you on the late night shows like Dick Cavett. You were just freaking people out, blowing their minds. At concerts, you had complete control. Long before the concert started, long after the concert was over. It was no doubt that the man was and is
Don't you woo me into thinking out. Wait a minute.
Hey, man.
Don't you woo me.
Hey, we talking about real.
Thank you very much.
Hey, man. Hey,
And I'm here to co-smile for him, man.
Where y'all at?
Hey, Sly, we talking about real. Like, I mean, everybody wanted to be Sly Stone, you know? Even the DJs on the radio, you know? Everybody was wearing these little knit caps.
It's hard to be Sly.
Hey.
It's hard for me to be Sly.
Well,
Sometimes.
How do you be Sly? I mean, you
play music and just play music. But it's hard to have ideas, be competent all the time. People will give you a job, and you feel like you got to do it because you love them.
Yeah.
That's what that's. And don't let me talk too much.
Hey, man.
They'll be niggas. Talk too much.
No, that never happens in Detroit.
Okay.
It never happens in
don't
Detroit.
Let me do that, man.
Look here, Sly.
Man, let me be humble. I want to, Let me be humble. Yeah, man. Shoot.
Sly,
Yes, sir.
your music inspired an international cult.
Far out.
Yeah, you still have your
Mojo.
Yeah, exactly.
This time it's from the real to the real. R-E-E-L to R-E-A-L.
Sly, tell me.
Man, give that some time. That was a hip thought.
Hey, man. Hey, it was so hot, man. I said, look, I'm going to come back to that. I got to think about it, And I got to rewind it and fast forward it and all that. Sly, let's go back to an era that you...
where the girls at, really?
Hey, but look here, man.
Okay.
You got it. Take us higher. Sly Stone. Okay, Sly, play DJ, man.
This is Sly Stone. Willing to take you higher, higher, and higher. Listen, children. Look at all you cats and kitties out there whipping and wailing, jumping up and down and sucking up all that juice and hipping and telling each other who the greatest cat in the world is. I'm gonna put a cat on you what's coolest, the strongest, the sweetest cat that ever stomped on this sweet swinging spear. And they call me Shat Cat. Mojo. Get live, Sly, get live, get all the way live. What's that to do? Turn Detroit out, Sly, get live, get all the way live. All right. Oh, go ahead, home, Sly. Ow!
Yo, this is the doctor, along with Sly and the Family Stone, turning this sucker all the way out. Give them boom, 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 boom. Turn this sucker out. Get live. Get all the way live, Detroit. Burning down the house. Burning down the house. Take them higher. Feet don't fail me now. Don't do that. Where's that feet don't fail me now? Don't fail me now. No, yeah. Where's that Mojo? Hey, we're all the way live. Yeah, live. This is about your show, Mojo. One nation under a groove. Check it out. The P-Funk. Check this out. This is the P-Funk right here. I want to take you higher.
What do you call this? The Valley of the John?
You know what I'm saying? I'll take a nickel bag of this here. Hit me. Where's it? Give him that lamp up real close. Yes.
We're in the Valley of the Giants, Sly Stone and Dr. Funkenstein live. Slide you back on the radio.
All right, everybody's a star. Do you know one thing? I mean that. If I don't mean that, they know Jesus. Everybody is a star. You know, everybody is a star. That's all there is to that. Everybody.
Yo, there's a great big heaven out there. You can hold a lot of stars out there. Shine on, Sly, shine.
And then when it gets better, everybody is that one star.
Yeah.
On the one, yeah, they're on the one and they unify.
Go ahead.
Star for the wise men.
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up, man, I tell you.
All right, don't try it, Jordan. Don't you try it. Don't you try it.
Sly Stone.
And I like you, Mojo.
Hey, I like you too.
You play my stuff, man.
Your stuff is your stuff, man. Almost everything around today is your stuff, man. Don't forget that.
I better do my job.
And that's coming from the doctor.
Yeah, I better do my best.
Sly Stone. Everybody's a star. Sly Stone and Dr. Funkenstein.
Right now, I think we ought to have a party, man. You know,
Yeah.
I really want to dance to the music,
Hey,
Sly.
kick it out, kick
Yeah,
it
but
out.
look, man.
Listen.
Say we can dance to the music. First, we want to stand, though, you know?
You know what? There are midgets. There's a club, and this is the song, Stand. Because, you know, it's about standing tall, a giant behind you about to fall. I'm no, you know, you like it?
What turns you on turns us on. What takes you higher makes us fly. How did it feel being so far ahead of your time? I mean, what were you thinking about when you went into the studio to cut a record? I mean, what was foremost on your mind?
Well, the first time, I tried to retire my parents. That was, yeah.
You tried to do what?
Retire my parents.
Oh, I can dig it.
And that was my goal, and I did that. And that's, you know, that's what I did.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Wanted to retire.
I think it is too.
I mean, that's a statement, man.
Yeah. They were janitors. You know, and they'd. I like to see my mama. You know, not too much cleaning waste baskets and things, and you know, I just couldn't stand it. It just hurt my feelings. My mother. Yeah, and that's really probably what, you know, other than a blessing, what got me hustling with music.
When you went into the studio and well, first you used to be a disc jockey.
Right.
How did you go from disc jockey to Sly Stone?
I wasn't making enough money. You know, and I could play what I heard. And that's really what happened.
You decided one night on the air, sound mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this no more. Huh?
Well, yeah, but I know, man, I didn't tell anybody, but I was.
Yeah. Your first tune, did
do what you had anticipated?
Yeah, but the first tune wasn't by us. The first tune was by Bobby Freeman. It was called Come On and Swim. And then there was Bo Brummel's, and it was called Laugh, Laugh.
The first. Hey man,
Seriously.
you bad man. I mean, you turned the whole world out. Slide
George, come here, man.
Hey man, you gave
Tell me what I'm trying to say.
Oh, hey man.
What, about the charts?
Yeah, I mean, no.
I mean, you gave a whole generation.
I don't really.
No. He's doing it. Don't let him bag out of it. Hey man, you can't bag out of this one, man.
God will get you.
The nigga's bad, and he's still bad. He's still bad. You know what I'm saying? He's bad, so he's back, so and all that stuff. He's bad.
You can't bag out of this.
You can't
one,
back
man.
out of this one, man.
I mean, he's just bad, man. I got the wax here to prove it, man. That'd be a different thing if I was
Yeah, you're right.
Convince a generation.
You're right. But that's what scares me. That's what scares me. Sex Machine. I like this. I like this.
Up against the wall, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, you better make sure you took the pill. Because this funk will knock you up. Believe me. I got blamed for sliding lots of times.
It's like
Tit for tat. How you like that?
Hey, it ain't nothing but a party, man. This is Mojo.
That's
Slide
Stone.
Dr. Funkenstein. We're going to go. And Henry in place.
And Henry. That's Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, that's Henry.
Hey, is you taping this, Mojo? Is you taping this? Yeah, we're going to put some music to this and make an album out of this, man.
Now listen, if you're going to tape this darn thing, you must remember that
I'm on water, brother.
right, and you know, the vernacular that I use must be tackled well. According to the situation, you see. You know, this jive is one thing, but you know, we must be intelligent about it.
That's the best of y'all. Right. You know, who is that nigga?
My pleasure to be here. I mean, assuming that I could play with you. Taking the liberty of being as friendly as I thought I should be. But I'm going to say good night. This is Sly. And I'll see you tomorrow.
You're listening to Electrifying Mojo, Rare Moments. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you wish to subscribe, hit the subscription button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you wish to subscribe, hit the subscription button. If you wish to subscribe, hit the subscription button. Hit the